on the dashboard of the intake test, once you import the results, then the screen will be automatically populated. What you see on the first block, the colorful one, is a representation, a visual representation of what are the strengths of the candidate. The bigger the block, the better he or she has performed in the test. So here in this example, we see that this person, he has done very well in biomed, cold chain, primarily, secondary construction and transport, and then the rest following. The order is from bigger to smaller, left to right. The next screen is the spider net, where in the plot is represented the actual score per area, and that is actually matching the visual representation. So we see here in the biomed, this person has done 85% in answering the questions of the intake test on biomed, 83% in cold chain, which fits the bigger blocks here on the colorful one. Here we see also transport and construction has been quite strong. So those two blocks give a visual overview of what are the strengths, the areas that the candidate seem to be good at based on the answers of the intake test. Now, in the intake test, we have established different levels of competency. So each question might represent a different level of knowledge, and this is represented at the bottom graph, where we have, for example, the area of construction, building. The light bars are the ideal situation. So the candidate, ideally, he should be answering 47% in the level 1 questions, level 1 meaning the basic competency level for construction, 33% in the level 2, which is independent, basic knowledge, and 20% on level 3, which is an expert. Now the darker bars are the actual answers, the performance in his actual answers. So here we see that this person has answered only 33% at level 1 instead of 47, which would be the ideal, okay, and 27% instead of 33. It's the same for the rest. The numbers itself, the percentage itself doesn't really matter, but rather to see how close the ideal versus the realistic bars are. So here we see that, for example, on construction, this person on level 2 is quite close to the ideal. If we see at the biomed, where this person is supposed to be very strong, we see that indeed the realistic, the actual versus the ideal bars are very close, the same on cold chain.